Good day, everyone.
I was born and raised in Detroit. Growing up there, I saw people like me running things.
This is a courtroom, not a circus, so we're gonna calm down.
I'm sorry.
What I found there was a passion that I didn't know existed.
This is the bottom line.
I'm excited to free fall into the limitless possibilities with we the people. So many are fearful of the law. They think it's something that works against them.
I think you need to begin to accept responsibility for your mistakes.
We are the people.
Ronnie Tran claims he was forced to buy a new mattress after a co-worker's dog soiled his bed while he was pet sitting.
All rise.
Hillary Ryan says she was willing to pay for professional cleaning, but not a new mattress.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lauren Lake presiding.
You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, thank you, Sean. Good day, everyone. Good day. This is the case of Tran versus Ryan. Mr. Tran, you are suing Ms. Ryan for $3,000 in property damage. You say the defendant's dog ruined an expensive mattress. Ms. Ryan, you say the plaintiff was warned to keep an eye on the dog. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll start with you, plaintiff. What happened to your mattress?
Hillary and I are co-workers, and typically she talks to me about her dog Shadow. She talks to me about him as if he is the love of her life and always makes her day brighter.
What kind of dog is Shadow, Ms. Ryan?
A Shih Tzu.
A Shih Tzu, okay.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to make a note that I also say that the dog is a diva at work. A diva dog. Yeah.
Noted.
Yes.
Noted. So, Mr. Tran, you've heard a lot about?
Yes, I've heard a lot about Shadow. She talks to me about him all the time, and one day at work she asked me if I would be down to dog sit for roughly 2 weeks.
And where were you going that you needed a sitter for that long?
Overseas. I was going to Europe with my family, and I couldn't take Shadow with me, so I know that Ronnie's expressed how he's trying to experiment to see if he could be a dog owner, and so we felt he was doing me a favor, which he was, because he denied my payment, but I definitely was willing to pay him for the time that he was.
How old is Shadow?
Shadow is about 5.
Okay, so an older dog.
Yes.
All right, so you agreed to keep Shadow.
I thought it'd be a fun trial to have like a dog for a couple of weeks.
All right, then what happened?
So later that week she brought over Shadow and explained everything that he needed, which wasn't too much. She just said that to try to walk him 2 times a day if possible. She gave me plenty of puppy pads to put down if I couldn't walk him or if I was out of the house so that he could pee on them. She made it clear to make sure that they were always clean, not soiled.
You left him a list.
Yes.
All right.
In writing.
You submitted your evidence to the court and you say this is Exhibit A. Kind of last minute, would you be able to watch Shadow? I'd actually love to. Make sure there's clean puppy pads down.
Yes, she did. She explained everything, and she told me that if I ever needed to leave the place, not only to keep a clean puppy pad, but to keep Shadow in a secure spot. I don't have as big of an apartment as Hillary does. I kind of live in a studio, so I don't really have any other doors besides my bathroom door. So everything was fine. I knew all the rules, I understood it, and I felt like this would be easy. Taking care of Shadow would be nothing, and I love dogs, so what's another dog?
How do we get to $3,000 in property damage? That's a lot for a little dog like Shadow.
Very annoying that I had to spend that much money, but basically, everything was going good. I was taking care of Shadow, we were spending so much time together, but one day, on like a Saturday, at 1 p.m. I had a day party that I went to with my girlfriend. So I took Shadow out to walk in the morning. He went to the bathroom. Before the day party, I left out a clean puppy pad because that's what I was instructed to do. And I left to go to the party, and I left him in my apartment, in my little studio, because I felt that it was a secure enough location for Shadow. And all was well, I thought, until I came back from the party at around 8 p.m. But basically, I did smell something in the studio, but the puppy pad was clean, so I figured it was just the trash. And then a few moments later, my girlfriend ended up screaming, and I didn't know why. So I turned around, and it turns out that when she pulled off the cover to go into bed and got into bed, she ended up putting her foot in a pile of Shadow's business. So somehow, when I was gone, Shadow ended up getting under my duvet covers and sheets and taking a mess.
Poop.
Yes, Your Honor, and I submitted the photos as well.
Of the poop, I hope not.
Maybe just for our eyes only, Your Honor, but I did.
But that's not under your duvet cover, that's on top.
The duvet cover was pulled over.
Oh, you pulled it off.
Correct.
Okay, so that was the comforter that was under.
Correct, the sheets.
All right. Well, I guess,
Yes.
unfortunately, it is evidence that is relevant to this case that I have to look at this poop.
Yes, Your Honor. So now I'm dealing with an upset girlfriend with poop on her heel. And,
Oh, she hasn't cleaned it yet?
well, I helped her clean it. But basically, she told me that she would not be comfortable sleeping in a bed anymore with dog that had crapped in it. So I stripped the bed with the sheets, I threw it in the wash and dried it. But she told me that as long as I kept the mattress that was stained and still smelt, she would not sleep over anymore. And not
So
come
now
over.
you're suing Ms. Ryan for $3,000 for a new mattress.
Although the business was on top of the covers, the mattress was still stained.
Did you hire a professional cleaning company?
And I offered to pay for a professional cleaner. I want that to be on the record.
I have not taken it to professional cleaners yet.
So, Ms. Ryan, let me go to you, because the minute you said you didn't allow the professional cleaner to come out, I mean, that'd be the first thing you needed to do.
I understand, but it's more about the emotional damage that and the thought and the memories that come with that mattress and my girlfriend.
But y'all wasn't thinking about that when y'all was dropping it like it was hot at the day party.
Coming up,
He didn't even feel like he needed until his entitled girlfriend said, I'm not sleeping in a mattress that has ever had poop in it. Like, as if we were not babies once.
and later,
I wake up around 11:30, 12, and I see there's a scratch on my car, and I instantly blame her.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Ronnie Tran, who is in a dispute with Hillary Ryan over a soiled mattress.
So, Ms. Ryan, how do you respond to this?
I offered to pay for new sheets, but a new mattress, which he didn't even feel like he needed until his entitled girlfriend said, I'm not sleeping in a mattress that has ever had poop in it. So I don't believe I need to pay for a new mattress because he ignored the dog when I said, aside from the secure area, aside from the poopy pads, I told him to give the dog attention. And if you don't give the dog attention, the dog will be a little diva.
Did you get any estimates of how much it would cost to clean it?
I did not.
All right, so we don't have an estimate. Mr. Tran, leaving the house at 1 o'clock, coming in at 8 o'clock, I knew was a recipe for disaster. But you're not a dog owner. So now this court has to look at a person who is a dog sitter, but not a dog owner. You probably look at all of these people who go out and go to work all day and they leave their dogs in the house, and when they come back, they let their dog out. Well, you didn't even know to let him out when you came back. But that's this court's assessment here. You're a person that doesn't know anything about dogs, you're just doing a friend a favor. On the other hand, Ms. Ryan, you did leave explicit instructions about letting him out twice a day, but you didn't say in those instructions, make sure you don't leave Shadow alone for this amount of hours. If you're going to be gone for an extended amount of time, maybe we need to think about a kennel, not just for the safety of your belongings, but even Shadow's safety. A lot of dog trainers recommend kennels for dogs, not just to protect people's furniture, it's to protect the dog. There was a lack of communication between you two, to me, that caused this to happen. Now, Mr. Tran, $3,000 for a brand new mattress because you left a dog in the house all day. I still feel like a reasonable person in this circumstance would know better.
Your Honor,
And that just poop pads on the floor may not be enough. However, I think it's outside the realm of what I would think would be possible that little Miss Diva would poop on the bed. Now, I would think maybe it would be somewhere else besides the pad, but I would not have thought it would be on the bed. I personally don't want to sleep in a bed where a dog has pooped. However, the dog didn't poop on the mattress, the dog pooped on the comforter. And there was nothing there, you've presented no evidence to this court that would suggest that your actual mattress was ruined because the dog pooped on the duvet cover and the comforter. There's at least 2-3 more layers of fabrics in between that, and I hope you had a mattress pad.
He did not, and I offered to buy him one after this. Like, after this happened, I told him, along with the new sheets and the professional cleaning of the mattress, I would buy him a mattress pad.
And then what I'm hearing her offer you seems reasonable under the circumstance. A professional cleaning, new sheets, new duvet, and a mattress cover.
Your Honor, I listened to all the rules that she instructed me. I kept him in a secure spot. I gave him a clean pad.
But what would a reasonable person think with these rules? A reasonable person.
I'm simply replacing what I already had.
Right. You're wanting your girlfriend to be comfortable being in your bed, and that's not this court's problem. This court's issue is what damage did the dog cause, and how can you be made whole from those damages. I do think a professional cleaning company, new duvet cover, new sheets. What size was the bed?
It was a queen.
A queen size bed could be done within $750 to $1,000 could cover that. And that's about all you're due and owed right at this point. Professional cleaning would probably cost anywhere from $250 to $500. And then a comforter, sheets, and those things. It's more than reasonable what she's offering. Judgment for the plaintiff for $1,000. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,000.
Do you have any final thoughts with each other?
This is an injustice. It's not fair. Let's try.
I don't even think I should be paying for anything, really, but
All right.
yeah, I gave you instructions.
Gather your things and follow me this way.
Coming up.
So when I was backing out, did feel something, like a tap or something, and I thought, oh, maybe I possibly hit it. I did get out and check. I didn't see any damage when I looked, and so I went on my way. I was on my way to an important appointment, and I couldn't be late.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. Darius Coleman claims his landlord let another car park in his reserved space, so he parked on the lawn and the defendant backed into him. Vanessa Reed says she doesn't know who caused the damage and the repair cost is excessive.
You say the defendant caused damage to your vehicle, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Coleman, I'll start with you. What happened to your vehicle?
I was working like a double shift, and then as soon as I came home, there was a car parked right behind Miss Reed. I decided to park my car right there on the grass.
You live in the same complex as Ms. Reed?
That's right.
Okay.
He was mistaken with that, and actually is a house that I own.
Okay.
And so I'm renting it out to Darius, and I rent out to him as well as other short-term tenants.
He has a parking space?
So he does have guaranteed parking, but there's no assigned spaces. It's a driveway.
So what happened the day that Mr. Coleman is talking about when he got in at 5:40?
So unfortunately, there was street cleaning, and you know how that happens in our neighborhoods. If you're on the street, you will get towed. And so in that case, what I actually did was I made a quick judgment, or the best judgment I could, and had the short-term tenants park in the driveway so they would be away from the street cleaning.
So you told them to park?
Correct.
So where did you expect Mr. Coleman to park?
I figured that he would park on the street, and then he could move his car once the street cleaning took place.
Did you send him a text or anything to this effect?
I did send him a text. I tried to call him, but I wasn't able to.
Do you have
reach
evidence
him.
of that text?
I don't, unfortunately, have evidence of that text.
All right, I'm looking at the residential lease here. You submitted your evidence to the court. It says clearly that no time tenant or guests of the tenants may park on the grass. Mr. Coleman, you said you pulled on the grass.
That is correct.
Why did you pull on the grass if the lease says that you should not?
Yeah, because there was nowhere else to park. So
it also says in the lease that the tenant shall have a permanent parking spot in the driveway at no extra charge. tenant spot shall not be occupied by anyone other than the tenant. What happens?
I wake up around 11:30, 12, and I see there's a scratch on my car, and I instantly blame her.
And why do you instantly blame her?
Because her car was pretty much like the closest, and also she told me that she possibly hit my car.
Did you hit it or didn't you? Because, I mean, possibly.
Yeah, so when I was backing out, I tried my best to not hit his car. I did feel something, like a tap or something, and I thought, oh, maybe I possibly hit it. And so I went on my way. I was on my way to an important appointment, and I couldn't be late.
Coming up.
Judge, Your Honor, can I say something?
Yes.
The thing is I don't believe that it was actually the amount that it should have been charged.
You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake. We're back with the case of Darius Coleman, who blames Vanessa Reed for backing into his car.
Ms. Reed, you've testified that you basically created a situation where a tenant who's guaranteed a parking space in the driveway could not park there. Then when you back out in the morning, you possibly hit his car. Do you have any damages from fixing your car, bills?
Well, not fixing, but I do have pictures of what it looked like.
So how do you know it's $1,700 in damage?
Oh, right here.
So you did go to an auto body?
Yeah, that's right, I did.
Okay. And then this is a diagram of how you think you hit his car, because you don't know for sure. You think.
Correct.
Because where were you going anyway? You don't have enough room to pull out at all.
I did actually clear the space.
I mean, look, a reasonable person in this circumstance who is a landlord would, number one, have no problem with them parking on the grass if they needed to. If your tenant's there and it's that close to the car, all you had to do was either knock on your guest's door or call a guest or call the tenant and say, hey, can you move your car?
Judge, Your Honor, can I say something?
Yes.
The thing is I don't believe that it was actually the amount that it should have been charged. So we could have worked something out. I felt like we had good communication styles, but he didn't want to do that.
What amount do you think it should be? I've got an estimate from the body
He
shop
went to
now.
that
What do
body
you think
shop.
it should be?
He went to that body shop, but where the damage was located at, I spoke to somebody else, and they told me that it shouldn't be that much.
Okay, did you bring what they said to court? Did you bring their estimate? Have they seen the car? Did they come out to your house to look at it?
They came out to my house, but I do not have the estimate from them.
Then I can't
It's a
rule on
friend.
that. See,
Okay.
this is the problem. When you come to court, you have to be prepared. When you make an assertion, you need to back it up with evidence.
Judge Lake's verdict when We the People returns. You're watching Emmy-nominated We the People with Judge Lauren Lake.
Judgment for the plaintiff for $1,700. You must, in the future, notify tenants when they need to have alternate parking arrangements made so that they can do that. That's what a reasonable landlord in this situation would do, and they would not try to back up out of that space without anyone trying to move their car. Judgment for the plaintiff for $1,700. Court is adjourned.
All rise.
Judge Lake has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $1,700.
You have any final thoughts with each other?
I won.
I feel like we could have worked this out because he could have come and talked to me. We could have worked it out with the rent, something like that. We didn't have to take it all the way to court. It did not have to come to this.
No, I'm straight.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.